Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. It's going to be another gig review. On Monday, just gone, I went to go see Korpiklaani and Moonsorrow at the Stylus in Leeds. Now, I'm going to apologise in advance because I've got the set lists up to sort of refresh my memory of what they played, and I'm going to sort of read out some of the names, and because a lot of the stuff is written in Finnish, which is a very beautiful, poetic language. I'm probably going to butcher it because I'm not a native speaker and I sound like me. So apologies in advance to anybody who can speak Finnish fluently or has a better grasp of it than I do. Getting on to the actual gig itself, it was held at a place called Stylus. People probably won't know it by that name though, they'll probably be more aware of it as the Terrorizer Stage at Damnation Festival. It's a very good venue. I've seen Winterfilleth, Primordial, Cannibal Corpse, Voices, Phonic, Cerebral Bore, and a lot of bands in that vein, a lot of great extreme metal acts in that venue. So it's kind of cool to come and watch a gig there when the festival was not on. There were only the two bands on, Moonsorrow and Korpiklaani, and I was surprised by how few people turned up. I thought because obviously Korpiklaani are quite a popular band, and Moonsorrow also quite popular, but they don't really tour as much as Korpiklaani do. That we'd probably get more people in the venue, but it was about half full. There can't be more than about 300, 400, 500 people there. But nonetheless, it was an excellent gig. Obviously, Moonsorrow were on first. They had about an hour and a half to work with, and obviously because a lot of their songs are quite lengthy. They managed to get, I think it was 8 or 9 songs in the set list. And they played a few songs off the new album, Jamont Acre. I believe they opened with the title track. And they also played Sudden Tunti, which is the song that they put out a music video for to promote the album. And they both kind of went really well alongside the older, more established songs. They played Jotunheim, and they played my favourite song by him, which was really cool. They played it. It was Yukosenma. It's the first song off of Sudden Uni. They didn't play Jamolten Kapunki, which is another one of my favourite songs, but I can overlook that because the whole show that they put on was really good. Obviously, they're more pagan metal than folk metal, and they're a lot more serious and sort of intense. Live, more black metal sound. So it was kind of a nice contrast with Korpiklaani. And Jonna from Korpiklaani actually came and did a guest vocal spot during one of the songs. And it was quite a slow, sort of dark song. And it was kind of cool to sort of see him perform that song because, obviously, for everybody who's seen Korpiklaani live, he's a very over-the-top, larger-than-life kind of character. He's very jovial on stage and very upbeat. But because this was a much more serious and sort of somber affair, he was performing this with a much more serious approach. And it was kind of pretty cool to see him out of his comfort zone in that regard. And he did a great job of performing his parts on that song. But yeah, that was Moonsorrow. They were absolutely great. It's been nearly 4 years since I've seen Moonsorrow, and it definitely was worth the wait. Then obviously there was a little changeover when Korpiklaani came on, and it was like night and day, the contrast between the two bands. Whereas Moonsorrow managed to get like maybe 8 songs. Korpiklaani did something insane like 20 plus songs. It was just like, it was so full on and so energetic, their performance. And they played a lot of stuff. They played loads and loads of eclectic stuff from their back catalogue. I'm going to avoid the Finnish stuff, but I'm going to just kind of read out some of the stuff they played. They played Journeyman, Lempo. They played Varin Polka, Router, Sati. The last 3 songs they played were Wooden Pints, Vodka, and Beer. And all 3 of them songs got a really, really, really good response. And for the final song, Beer, a few members of Moonsorrow actually joined them on stage. And one of the guitarists, he had like a big two pint glass of beer and just kind of necked it while they were performing the song, and it was kind of pretty impressive. Like I said, obviously Moonsorrow are quite sort of more serious and straightforward, so it was kind of cool to see them let loose a little bit for their involvement in the set, because they were performing drum parts as well. They were doing the actual drumming parts in the song. I've got to say though, that was ultimately the end of the gig. It was an absolutely amazing performance from both bands. This is the second time I've seen Moonsorrow, and I think it's probably the fourth or fifth time that I've seen Korpiklaani, and I can honestly say that it was the best performance I've seen either band put on. And I really look forward to seeing not just them again, but sort of going back to that venue, whether it's at Damnation or whether it's to go watch a band there, for just a standalone gig. So definitely a great show. Obviously, I'm doing a few more gig reviews on here. I'm going to try and do them as and when I go to gigs and sort of talk about them. I think the next major gig that I'm off to is a Discharge at the Broomdale Social Club in July. I might be going to I Hate God before that, and if I end up going to do sort of review, I will do a review of them when I've seen them, because I think those will be pretty cool gigs. Like I said, Leeds has a really, really good live scene. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Apologies for butchering all the Finnish language that was involved in it, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a nice evening.